Welcome back to Suns Valley Podcast after a very eventful, very successful draft debut by Brian Gregory. Sundo, I didn't think it was possible to move up and get Rasheer Fleming. They did it. I didn't think it was possible for Kaman Malawak to fall to the Suns, but it happened. Everything seems to be going right now. Everything is positive on the Brian Gregory front. And this is not just coming from Suns fans only. You take a look at NBA Twitter right now. People are literally throwing flowers at Brian Gregory. And we're going to talk about him and the entirety of his draft performance later in a different video. But for now, Rasheer Fleming Sundo. Last night, I was working through the night, getting graphics ready, getting a video ready to go out. I looked at the board, I looked where we were drafting, and I read comments from people saying, man, we really need to trade up and get Rasheer Fleming. Oh, if only we could get Rasheer. We need to move up. I never thought that would happen. I just didn't think our front office had the skills to go and get that done, if I'm being completely honest. I wake up today at an hour that I won't admit to, and immediately I see that it had just happened that the Suns not only moved up once, but moved up twice and ended up getting the very first pick for this guy. Obviously, the Suns needed a power forward very bad. What can you tell me about Rasheer Fleming on your end, man?
Before I talk about Rasheer Fleming, let me just point out the fact that we took the Kevin Durant trade. We took a 37-year-old and we traded him for 5 different players at the end of the day. For Jalen Green, for Dillon Brooks. Now we have Fleming, we got Malawak, and then we got Kobe Brea. I just want to point out the fact that the average age of these 5 players combined is 22.6 years old, Gabe. So let me just start there, that we got infinitely younger. So let me just start with the 20-year-old Rasheer Fleming. Bro, I cannot believe we pulled this off, if I'm being honest. As you mentioned, a lot of people had him high on their boards. I've seen people with him as high as 18 on their boards as the 18th best player in this draft. And we were able to get him at 31. Not only that, we took the pieces from the Kevin Durant trade to move up to get him. So you got to give Brian Gregory his flowers for that. I feel like this is the steal of the draft, bro. He's 6'9" with shoes. He measures without shoes at 6'8 and a quarter, 230 pounds. Bro is a good defender. Bro can score inside. He has an underrated ability to put the ball on the floor, and he's a decent shooter. He's an all-around, what I think is a perfect archetype for a modern-day power forward, Gabe. And so you got to give Brian Gregory his flowers for pulling this one off. I thought I was excited for Malawak, but man, I think this is the most exciting pick that we have made. I think Fleming will bring you more returns sooner than Malawak. I think he's NBA ready. It's just a matter of time before he becomes a 20-point-a-game scorer and a beast. That's just my opinion on it.
I think you're dead on with the whole steal of the draft angle. And it's so weird because we got the steal of the first round also, arguably. I mean, other teams will say that they got a steal here and there, but the steal, I think, was the best big man in the draft. In round number 2, it is clear. Not only do you see a lot of big-time publications having Rasheer, like you said, up around 18, Eric Brandt, who I really trust from Blazers Uprise, like I told you guys recently, again, reminded you, he predicted Toumani Camara 100% before he was ever a Blazer. He told us in the chat earlier when the stream started that he had Fleming in the top 10, bro. This rebuild is going so fast, and it's so fun. I just didn't think that that was how this was going to go. I just want to point that out. But this is an improving player. In his 3 years in college, he's getting better, more points every year, more rebounds every year. Perfectly sized power forward. 6'10" would be cool, but I don't think with the bigger power forwards, you're going to be getting as good of shooting and dribbling and rim pressure. 39% from 3 with his frame, the way he moves. I'm scared to get too excited because Lord knows we've been super excited about prospects and trades that we've made in the past, but this just really feels like it's it. And I have to say, it feels like Brian Gregory got the job because of his scouting ability. The way they told us it's because he scouted Tamani and wanted Tamani. It's because he scouted Ryan Dunn and Oso. And we weren't in an emotional place to believe that, were we? We were broken men, broken women. And we couldn't hear those words without shoveling a giant spoonful of salt into our mouths at the same time.
No, you're right. We couldn't hear anything they were saying because we knew that there was that Michigan State and Detroit connection, right? Like we just refused to listen to anything he had to say or Matt Ishbia had to say. We forgot that he was in the scouting. We forgot about the track record that he had here. And so, yeah, I mean, I guess we can apologize for that. And so, yeah, I mean, he did great, man. And here's the thing about Fleming. Let me go back to Fleming real quick, bro. Much like I said in our live streams about Malawach, like you can't teach the size that Malawach had and the ability. Same thing goes for Rasheer Fleming. Like at a 7'5" wingspan, at 6'9", the way he moves, the ability to shoot, physicality, the defense, like that's just something you don't teach. That's something that's just physical traits that you can't teach. The ability, the effort, love it. And this is just hats off to Brian Gregory for making this pick and able to make the deal also, because that was another criticism that we had of him. You don't have NBA experience. How are you going to get this done? You're going to get robbed over and over and over again. That was our fear. Well, so far, bro's been wheeling and dealing and making deals and shooting from the hip. So shout out to Brian Gregory.
I can tell you this, man. The Summer League is going to be lit.
So much fun. So much fun. Finally, so much fun that we get to watch players that matter in the Summer League. And we don't have to argue and complain about all these Joes out here that are trying to make whatever league they're trying to make in the Summer League, not giving the ball to the players that we want to see them give the ball to, a la that year we had Sticks and we had our boy Baby Bow Wow not feeding him the rock. Like we don't have to deal with that. We get to watch, 5 solid players in the Summer League. So I'm excited, dude.
Tell us what you guys think in the comments about Rasheer Fleming. Are you as excited as us, or are we overreacting? We'll see you guys with another video very soon. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Thanks for hanging out.